So it's another day at VS, but this time it's semi-annual sale. If you've never shopped a semi-annual sale, it means that bras, panties, fragrances, clothing, swimwear, everything goes on sale at VS. Well, certain items get marked down for really good prices. But Victoria's Secret loves to plaster these signs that say $3.99, $14.99, and in very tiny letters at the bottom of the sign, it'll say the words, "and up." This means that all the panties in the bin are not $3.99. They're $3.99 and up. They can be all the way up to $7 or $10.99. Same thing for the bras. It'll say $14.99, but the most expensive bra could probably be $34.99. So this lady comes over with her bag full of sale items, full of panties, full of bras. She's too busy to be bothered with me, so I'm just ringing up her items. She's not even paying attention to the screen. Finally, I announced her total as being around like $400 or $500, and she is in shock, like, wait, what? Part 2 is coming. So I kindly explained to this lady that everything in the bin was $3.99 and up or $14.99 and up, so the prices may vary. She gets pretty annoyed. She's like, I went and picked up all this stuff, and the sign says that it's $3.99 and $14.99. That's the price I want it for. I'm not taking anything else. I'm already like, here we go. So I say, Miss, I'm really sorry about the confusion, but the prices are marked on the individual tags, despite what the sign says. I said I can go through the bras and possibly look for the ones that are $14.99 and all of the panties that are only $3.99 if that will make you happy. But no, that wasn't good enough for her. She's pretty annoyed, and of course, as per usual, she wants to speak to a manager, and I kindly tell her the sale price is a sale price. Unless it goes down, that's what it is. First, she says, I'm not going to take any of it. Delete it all. I say, okay. Then she decides, just kidding. After I've already deleted it, she wants it all again. So it's another day at VS. We had a promotion for a free bag. If you spend $75, then you get a free bag or free tote. That's something that often happens at VS. So this lady comes in and she's super excited. She's shopping around, racking up her bill so she has enough money to get a free tote. Little does she know, I'm at the register giving away my last free tote. She comes up to me like, hey girl, I got my bag full. I got my 75. I'm ready to get my tote. I'm like, I'm so sorry, miss. I actually just gave away the last one. You would have thought I just told her that I murdered a family member of hers because she was tight. And she's like, oh, really? So what are you about to give me? Because I'm spending $75 today. So what do I get for free? She's like, a shirt? A perfume? I need something. I'm not leaving without it. Like, miss, I'm sorry, we don't have it. It's up to you if you want to spend the $75, but we have no more gifts. It's while supplies last. So after debating back and forth with her, like, I'm sorry, I can't just give you a free perfume. I can't just pick a shirt off the wall and give it to you. If you look at the coupon, it's this promotion is only while supplies last. So she's like, well, can you call some of the other stores? I want to see if they have the free bags left. I'm like, sure, I mean, I guess I can call, but they're not going to let you just come to the store and get a free bag. You have to spend the money at their store. She dismissed that idea pretty quickly after she realized that she would have to go from our mall to another mall to possibly get this bag. And she didn't have any time to drive. So she just decides to refuse to leave the store until somebody gets her something, because she is just so entitled. Of course, I have to get my manager involved, and he's like, look, let's just get this lady out of the store. Give her something. What do we have back here? So I'm digging behind the register, and we just so happen to find this old tote bag, not the one that we were promoting, an old one. So she spent the $75 and got that random tote bag just to keep her quiet. So it's another day at VS, and I'm behind the register as usual. This lady comes in and she says, I want to make a return. You know what? Maybe even an exchange if you have something that I like. So I'm like, what is it that you wanted to return today, miss? And I'm noticing that sis is empty-handed. She has nothing with her. She's like, I need a new bra. The one that I have is just really not working for me. I hear that all the time. So I'm like, okay, of course we can get you a new bra. Which one would you be interested in? With the quickness, she reaches behind her back, under her shirt, unclasps her bra, pulls the straps down, and pulls the bra from underneath and plops it on my table. Thank God for VS tissue paper, because I had to touch that dirty, nasty bra. It had stains. There was a stench. I just really could not believe that sis really took off her bra and put it in front of me, looking the way it looked and smelling the way it smelled. No tag, no receipt, worn. Do you think my manager let her return it? So I'm looking at this dirty, stinky bra, and I'm like, what am I about to do? So I'm picking it up with tissue paper, I'm analyzing it, and finally I'm looking in at the date and I see that it's an old bra that we don't even make anymore. But you know, VS will pretty much take anything back because they love to keep their customers happy. So, you know, I have to call my manager on the walkie and get his permission. He has to take a look at it, but as per usual, we took it back. And she went home with a brand new bra. And to be honest with y'all, I'm happy because that bra was filthy and dirty and smelly and she needed a new one. I said, sis, you should probably pick up a few before you go. But it is what it is. I'm happy she got a new bra, but please don't return nasty, dirty, used items. Like, it's so gross and I hated having to deal with that when I worked at VS. If you have a question about VS, a question about my story, leave it in the comments below. Also, follow me for more VS horror stories. So one time I'm behind the register and this lady comes in. She wants to make a payment on her Angel card. She wants to pay $50. Me and this lady were having a really nice exchange. We're chopping it up. It's going well. While she's like rummaging through her bag and stuff, I see the $50, then I don't see it again. Eventually, it's just me and her looking at each other like, I'm waiting for her to give me the money, right? She's like, okay, go ahead, put it through. And I'm like, you didn't give me anything. I'm waiting for you to hand me the money. She's like, no, I gave it to you already. I'm like holding my hands up. I'm like, no, miss, you really didn't give me anything. She's like, you're lying. You stole it from me. You're trying to trick me. I'm like, ma'am, we have been right in front of each other this whole time. Where would I have put it? I'm standing right here. I never moved. I'm literally lifting up the tissue paper, showing her like, look, there's nothing. I have nothing. Like for part 2. Hey guys, this is finally part 2. Did I steal this lady's money? Wait and see. So basically, after me like lifting up all the tissue paper, showing her, look, I have nothing. I didn't move from your site. Like, look up. Hello, there's cameras everywhere. I can't just take money and put it in my pockets. Like, what do you think this is? She's like, get your manager over here. I'm like, bet. Can I please have a manager to the cash wrap ASAP? She explains her side of the story to the manager. I'm like, look, please, I have nothing. Go check the camera. My manager's like, okay, I'm gonna go check the cameras. Then we have another awkward stare off where like, she's like, finally my manager comes back and she's like, look, she didn't take your money. I saw it on the camera. She took nothing. And I'm like, now what? She doesn't apologize. She says nothing. She just takes her bag and she leaves. But I'm not a thief. One time I was behind the register at Victoria's Secret. This customer walks in and immediately everybody spots her as a red flag. She's just picking up items, throwing them in her bag, not looking at sizes, not looking at colors. So everybody's like, everyone's on their walkie like, watch this customer. She's coming to the fitting room. She's headed to the cash wrap. Somebody get her. Check her ID. Get her. Get her. She has a bag full of stuff. And guess who gets her at the register? Me. So she comes to my register and she dumps out her stuff and, you know, we're having a regular conversation. Hi, how are you? Yada, yada, yada. Her total comes up to probably between $700 to $900. It was expensive. My manager is at the register next to me talking to me on the walkie. Ashley, make sure you get that ID. Don't matter what she's using, make sure you get that ID. So I ask her for the ID because she's paying credit. Why do you need to ask for my ID? Just take it, run it. I'm like, no, ma'am, I'm sorry. I need your ID for the purchase. She starts to raise her voice at me. So she's raising her voice at me. And I'm like, but I couldn't. I just couldn't, y'all. So I was like, I can raise my voice too. Do you want to play this game? Because I'll win, promise. And she's like, oh, well, what time do you get off work? And I'm like, I'm closing. I'm actually getting off at 11. Would you like to pick me up? And then she calls me stupid. She's like, you're fucking stupid. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna eat that. Then she calls me a dumb bitch. Whew. So I took a deep breath. And I said, fuck you, you dumbass bitch. Your broke ass can't even afford these motherfucking clothes and you over here trying to scam me. Fuck off my line. And honestly, me and her just started going back and forth at each other like, My manager's like, go to the back, go to the back, go to the back. I'm still cursing her out as I'm walking to the back of the store. I really thought I would get fired, but I actually didn't.